teeny bit of healing knowledge that I have. I keep introducing that, as you all already know. But what I've realized is since last year, when this lockdown has happened, and I do introduce healers, but then there are other facets of life and parts of life that are equally important. In fact, sometimes I would say probably more important. And sometimes it's more important to just have fun and smile. So, since last year, whatever's been happening, a lot of people I see are going into depression. In fact, honestly speaking, sometimes I feel very low. And especially after the live I did today afternoon with Dr. Vilas Jagdale, it really made me really anxious. So that is important for knowledge, that is important for awareness, that is important for us to wake up. But I badly needed this. This was supposed to start at 9 o'clock, but I'm sorry it's starting late because I was busy. And that is why I had to ask Arvindan to wait for me. And so here, unfold and rewire. What Arvindan does is, of course, he'll tell you all the other things, a lot of things that he does. He's a very interesting personality and a very sweet friend. But this is one thing which I really enjoy, even just to look at it is so much fun. Because this is something we used to do as a child in school, everybody, each one of us must have done it at some point in school. And we were taught all this paper folding, origami, Japanese art, and all that. But we don't know, hi Maithili, what we don't know is how important it is to us for our psyche, how it helps us psychologically also and at multiple levels. So when I found out, I realized this a couple of years back when I met Arvindan, that it is a healing art. And along with that, it's an art. So I thought, let's have some fun today. Hi, Rachna. So let's have some healing, but at the same time, some good fun, and let us understand what origami is actually all about. So let me introduce Arvindan to you. Art was my favorite, so I never ran away from art. In fact, the class used to leave, but I used to always stay back and try and extract some more knowledge from my sir. But anyway, hi Arvindan. Long time and nice seeing you. I think I'm speaking to you after almost 2 years or 1 year, something like that. But nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see you. Okay. So, Arvindan, please introduce yourself. Tell everyone what all it is that you do, and what is origami, and how does that help us, and etc. etc. So, I'm going to put my camera off for 2 minutes. You carry on, please.
Okay, thank you, Guinea. And I know Guinea for a long time now, and this is my first Facebook Live. YouTube Live. It's YouTube Live, and she's got me in this channel. So, okay, I am an origami transformation coach. So, Maithili, you don't need to worry about running away from art classes. Okay, so this is very simple. I fold paper to unfold your mind. So while we have fun by folding paper like you used to while you were like 5 years old, it actually transformed my life in many ways. And that's what I do as a coaching system. Besides, I am a filmmaker, I'm a motion control camera operator, and I'm a visual effects artist and a palmist, right? So, but I do coaching with this art form called origami. And origami is the art of paper folding. So ori is fold and kami is paper, right? So, and most people think that origami is is a craft, like what Maithili is saying about art and craft classes, and that's how it started long time back, from word of mouth, and just by everybody teaching. There's no manuals and no diagrams. It all came much later. So, and after that, now it has got into a fantastic application in science. where you have fantastic, you have scientists, and it's their course in MIT. You have satellite wing and protein folding, and how your brain is folded, and those kind of stuff which is being discovered, and materials and architecture, and a lot of stuff in the science community where we are trying to use many ways to fold stuff and unfold stuff, and how nature is actually folding things. So what I am interested in is how actually you get stuck in certain way, and how you can use paper folding to unfold yourself. So the paper folding is a metaphor. I'm just using a metaphor here to act as a coaching system. So because instead of just talking or showing some slides, if you do something with it, while you're doing that, it gets not just into your cognitive brain, it gets into your muscle memory, right? So next time you see a model, you're going to remember what I said. It could be just a bird, but you're going to remember what I said, and you're going to tell somebody else. So it is a learn, a do, and teach. So when you do something yourself and you practice something yourself, and automatically you teach it, and the other person also takes over and carries on, right? So that's how healing happens. So, and I actually use this to heal my hand. Yes. So
okay.
So I had a paralysis in my hand, and you will see that in my presentation. Yes, Gini. So
no, I was just saying that for us layman people, we've just seen, making a boat, making a bird, and all those things. But the projects that I've seen you doing,
right?
Oh my God, it is unbelievable, and I would love it if you can show everybody what you've done. So they get an idea how vast it is, and what are the scientific and corporate sectors where it is used.
Right. We'll go through a full presentation for that, and we'll actually have a journey of this whole thing. And so just to see if your audience is there, you've interacted with your audience. So do they have paper? Can we do this? Can they fold with me?
Well, I had asked them to get some paper, but I think once you do the presentation, as in, show them some of your stuff, maybe it'll inspire them to actually go try something. And everybody who's here right now, I had mentioned that you should get some paper. I wish you have some. I hope you have some paper with you right now. So does it have to be square? It could even be an old newspaper, right?
It can be an old newspaper. It can be a regular printer paper, and fine. We're not going to super complex origami. We're just having fun folding. And do we need craft paper?
Any paper, absolutely, Parth.
Yes. Right. So, you will need a square paper for one of the models if you can, but I'll show you how to make a square. That's fine. So, So a regular A4 size paper of printing paper also is fine.
Okay. Does anybody want to join so y'all can show him what you're doing? I will put the link here. See who can join and who wants to join. So if you have a paper with you, so y'all can join and show him what you're doing also. The link is just there. Yes.
Okay, great. So so now let me just share my screen and go in.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can share screen. There goes. So
share screen.
Yeah.
There.
So that is it fine? It works.
Yeah. Can you enlarge it like full screen thing?
Okay, I'll go on a full screen mode, and so you'll have to guide me, Guinea, when I'm asking because I can't see them and I can't see the comments either. So I'll keep running.
Okay, don't worry about that. I'll do it.
And you can help me out. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So like I said, you can see my contact details and stuff like that. And what I'm doing here is unfold your creased mindset. So we all come with a fixed mindset in a certain way. We learn this mindset in our childhood. And how can we actually unfold the creased mindset from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset? So let's just
one sec. Now here what I want to say is when he speaks about fixed mindset, in a lot of my healing modality lives, I have spoken about how we need to let go of our belief systems and change with time. So, because of our experiences, because of previous experiences, because of what we've seen and heard in our childhood, or maybe even the past lives, certain things become fixed in our brain. So, sometimes we need to let go of that so that we can move ahead with time and be happier. And sometimes they can really become hurdles, and doing this can uncrease your mind and remove the creases and help you. So
Thank,
that's what he's talking about.
thank you so much, Ginny. Thank you so much for adding that stuff. That's exactly what it is. Yes. So now, okay. So we all get stuck sometimes, right? So and so why? Because we have too many choices, or the project looks too big, or the distractions come in our way, or we don't want to make a mistake, so we get stuck. And what about you? Are you stuck in your
Yeah,
work, in your business, in your relationship, in your life?
definitely. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So yeah, so if you're stuck in your profits, in your passion or your purpose, I invite you to unfold your mind by just folding paper, right? So we all just do get stuck, right, in different ways, in different conditions. So think origami. Now this is folded by a single piece of paper, right? So
Single
one
piece of
single
paper.
single piece of paper, even that green and brown, that is one side green and one side brown. So and that's how this Yoda has been folded, right? So you'll see a lot of crazy complex models besides very simple models, but we're not really talking about the craft here. We're talking about what how it's going to work on your brain. So yeah, so the nature is constantly folding and unfolding. So what do I mean by this statement, right? So basically, if you see you've seen time lapse photography of the leaves actually folding, the flower actually unfolding, and that's what happens in nature, right? So let's see what folding, and let's define folding and unfolding. So nature, when it folds something, when you have a seed or an egg, you take a seed of a banyan tree and you chuck 50 seeds, okay, and all of the 50 seeds of the banyan tree are equal. So when folding, genetic folding has happened, there is completely no bias. That's completely equal. You have the same information, same genetic code, like any scientist, any artist, or anybody on earth, right? So but what happens when the seed goes to a soil? Immediately there's competition. Now these 50 seeds, they try to compete to germinate. Some will germinate, some will, there will be a goat on the way which will eat it, and some will not germinate. But ultimately, one banyan tree becomes this massive 500-year-old banyan tree, right? So unfolding is a self-made process. Unfolding is your own effort, and nature is going to be completely ruthless in that unfolding process. So unfolding is done by you, but folding has already been pre-done, right? So whatever you got as one single egg is exactly what is happening, and you're unfolding in your physical form, but you're also unfolding to become what you are meant to become, right? So now let us see what happens. What is memory? How does memory work? And I'll give you another example from nature. So if you take a cheetah, okay, it is one of the fastest. It is the fastest animal, land animal, right? So it reaches a really fast speed and gets that Thompson's gazelle. But the success rate of a cheetah, which is the fastest animal on earth, which has its claws already drawn in. That's how we made spikes and spike shoes and stuff like that. Okay, and so it should be a fantastic success rate, right? But unfortunately, it has got a success rate of 55%. And cheetah is a very shy animal. It doesn't go in groups, and it's shy, and it's a lone hunter. So in that 55%, it again loses about 35%. It's left with something like 20% of the kill, right? So
Oh.
for the most fastest animal on earth. So now if we were a cheetah and you were to make that 10-second sprint and you make that kill, and then there was some hyenas to pluck your food off, okay, you would be straight going to the temple or the church or the mosque and saying, why me, right? But the cheetah doesn't do that. It loses, it's got disappointment, it goes back, and next, in a few hours, it needs to hunt again. So this is a great advantage. I mean, this is the very disadvantage and advantage for us, right? So we get stuck in a bad memory. So we get stuck in an episodic memory. It has been the evolution of mankind, but at the same time, we get stuck in that. So now let's make a example of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to talk about memory as such, and there is no such thing as a good or bad memory, right? So I'll stop sharing now. And so we're back. Okay, so you can see me now. So I'm just going to show you, like I said, it just talking doesn't really help, right? So let's do something. Okay, so let's make one simple example of what could be a good or a bad memory. I mean, is there something called a good or bad memory? And generally it's said there's no such thing. So let's make a physical example. I have paper with me. So if you have a paper with you, you could do it with me, or it doesn't matter. You can watch me right now. Okay, so you have a paper here, and I make a fold. Okay, and in origami, if I make this fold here, we call this a mountain fold. Okay, a simple
mountain fold.
A mountain fold. Okay, it's a very simple fold. You must have done this for so many different things, just holding an envelope or whatever. This looks like a mountain, right? It's a mountain fold. So, and the opposite of that, if you fold this way, it becomes a valley fold, right? So great. So I have
a mountain and a valley.
And a valley. Okay, so, and if you keep doing that, it becomes a pleat fold, or it becomes a accordion fold. Okay, so that's what you do in your sari, right? You pleat fold it, or so this is a pleat fold or an accordion fold. So I have two valleys here and one mountain, right? So now let's take this metaphorically. What would you think? You would think climbing that mountain is going to be a crazy exercise, right? So mountain is a bad thing, and coming down that slide is fantastic. Let's just slide down like, skating in the snow, and this is so easy. So the valley looks easy and the mountain looks difficult. So but if you were to continuously have only mountain folds, you won't make a model. Okay, so, and if you had only valley folds, you won't make a model. So the brain doesn't know mountain and valley folds. It only knows crease patterns. It only knows crease patterns. So right now, there is no mountain and valley fold. The moment you flatten it, the moment you unfold your memories and your inhibitions and your fixed mindset, it is just, these are experiences. It was a physical experience. It actually happened, and there is an emotion attached to it, and you experience something, and that became mountain and valley. But to the brain, it is, until the association takes place, it is only a crease pattern. Wow. So now you could change this. Now, so you have, let's say, what you call a bad memory or a positive thought or a negative thought. So here we have one negative thought and two positive thoughts, right? So, and this is what you interpret it. This is your interpretation. The brain doesn't know that. And let's change that. You have two positive thoughts and one negative thought. And that's all. Okay. All you got to do is just flip it over. So it's your association of the memory which changes everything. It's association of the event itself. So you could have a bad event from your childhood, and you could be taking that event and repeating again and again and saying that this is bad because of this happened. So you keep blaming that event, and you say my parents didn't allow me to go to school, or didn't allow me to learn music, therefore blah blah blah, and you're continuing this as a loop. Okay, so, and you just need to flip it, and that's it. And if
how do you do that?
All you got to do is flip. Okay, and if you can go further, you can just completely go unfold and flattened, and you will not see any bad memory. You will not see any good memory. So you're disassociating completely. वो भी बताएंगे. So you disassociate with the memory itself, right? So here is a simple example.
One sec. Parth is saying, I couldn't stop laughing. He's saying, got two beautiful A4 size papers after 8 minutes of dunding. And he says that your voice is so cute and fresh. I don't know why, but I'm just continuously smiling like stupid.
Thank you so
and Maithili says, you made profound simple with paper. Yes, you did.
Yes. Okay, so let's carry on. See, this is exactly what I take a complex thought. okay, and make it simple. And once you make this, now the next time you're going to see a paper in a zigzag, it's going to trigger your brain. This guy said something. And what did he say? He said there is no good or bad memory. That's the statement. There's no good or bad memory. Okay. So there are two things to it where you can flip it, okay, or you can unfold, completely unfold, right? So, and that's what we always try to do, right? With so many exercises, you do so many things and so many healing methods. There are so many other people with vipassanas or whatever different kind. You can choose your modality. It doesn't matter. But the whole idea is, if you have an event and an emotion connected to it, you detach yourself from that event, okay? And then it's not there. It's just cool, okay? And you can use that event in your favor, okay? Because you need to use that fold. You can use that experience in your favor. And if you take this experience and then you make a model, it becomes something tangible. Okay,
tell us how to make this COVID experience positive.
It's positive. Yeah, sure.
That is why I've got you here.
So, okay, so now let's do one more thing. If you have, of course, I can't see you guys. Normally, this is done.
I sent the link. Nobody joins. That's the problem. Come on, guys. Just get a paper and click on that link and come join so he can see what you're doing. If you're doing right or wrong, he can guide you.
Oh, I can see them on camera?
Yeah, they can join just like you and me, but they...
Oh, fantastic. Okay, right. Okay, let's assume they are...
That's if they do.
They're shy.
Okay, yeah, they are.
Okay, so
every time I keep telling them join. Ganpati, Maithili, Parth. Anyway.
Right. So ideally, what I would do is I have a plain piece of paper. I'll have an exercise. Okay. Right now, only Guinea is in front of me. So you have a paper with you, Guinea?
Yes, I can get one. One sec.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ganpati. That's so nice. Hello, Khushbu. The link has been sent again. Okay, so while Guinea is still coming back, you guys are still here. So if you have a paper with you, I want you to fold a model, okay, with me. So I have some beautifully colored piece of paper. So, okay, so I want you to, it doesn't matter. For me, I have a craft paper, which is one side blue, one side white. For you, it doesn't matter what you have. And let's say you have an A4 size, it's not even square. I want you to fold something now and just keep your paper. And I want you to fold a cloud. Cloud, okay? And I give you exactly, 20 seconds. So I have my counter, and the time starts now. Don't ask me any questions. There's no rules. There's nothing. I don't know your Guinea. Fold a cloud. Get right now.
How does fold a cloud?
I don't know. Fold a cloud. The time has started. I don't know. I didn't tell you to do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. And
that's my cloud.
The timer's on. That's your cloud. Okay. Anybody else? You just crush the paper, Guinea.
Yeah. I wouldn't know what else to do. You want a cloud? A cloud doesn't have a shape. It's just like this random flying.
Is it the cloud or is it your cloud?
It's my cloud.
It's my cloud. Okay. Okay, great. So we're off with 30 seconds. So we have only one participant whom I can see. That is my host. Okay, so that's Guinea. So, okay.
See, now nobody wants to join. That's so mean. I here do lives for these people so they can enjoy. They don't want to join us.
So Guinea, can I see your cloud? Okay. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so yeah, show it to everyone. Beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Khushbu, hi.
Khushbu is here. Hi. Nice. So we have Khushbu has done a cloud. Okay, so anybody else?
Hello,
okay.
Anybody else?
They are not in camera.
Prerak, Ganpati, Maithili.
Okay,
Parth,
so
you went and got 2 papers now. Join and show us your cloud.
Yeah, she brought 2 papers with a lot of dhunding. After a lot of dhunding. Okay.
Right, your cloud is better than mine.
So I'm going to show you how to fold a cloud. Right now you have this paper, it's creased, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to show you how to fold a cloud. How to fold a cloud is exactly what Guinea did. This is exactly what you've got to do. Okay, that's how you fold a cloud. Okay, so because now the preconceived notion is like now what Khushbu brought is you think that there is a system. Okay, we
Yeah.
think that in school I learned how to do origami, so I need to fold. And I told you fold a cloud, so you don't fold. You don't think crushing is folding. This is crushing. This is not folding, and this is also crap. Okay, so you think it will be bad, right? So I mean, if your teacher did this, you did a bad homework. Your teacher already did this and threw it, and you yourself threw it so many times. This was trash. Okay, but this trash is such a wonderful piece of sculpture. Okay, it is a cloud, right? So, and now, okay, now when this wonderful piece of sculpture, which is so random, okay, right? Now I'll tell you why this is so wonderful, right? This is so fantastic, okay, right? So now I'll give you an example for everybody here. Imagine all of us are lying down in the daytime, okay? We're all in a lawn, in a beautiful lawn, and we see a cloud, right? So, and in the cloud, I tell Guinea, okay, Guinea, can you see the elephant there? Okay. And Guinea says, where? Okay. I can't see any elephant. Then I say, okay, look, there's a trunk and there's a, you have the legs and you see this shape and you see the tail. And he says, yeah, I see it. Okay. And everybody who are the number of participants here, like 20, 30 people, everybody is saying, wow, I can see the elephant there. And suddenly the cloud disappears. There's only elephant there. For a moment, the cloud is gone and it's only elephant. Okay. And Khushbu there says that, okay, no, I can see an angel. Okay. Oh, how can you see an angel? Okay, no, look at that. Can you see this shape? I see two wings and I see this head and I see this beautiful legs there. And the elephant disappears. And we see an angel. Okay. And Guinea says, no, this is not an angel. And I can see this man with this, because she's a tarot reader, right? She sees a beautiful ships and this man with this scepter. Okay, so and you see the scepter and it is like the Orion. So, right? So the belt of Orion, and she sees the dance, which could be the dance of Nataraj, whatever you want to call it, and she shows the shape. And the angel disappears. Okay, so now in this complex information, this is the model which can have any model in it. So you can make any model, you can think of anything here. But at the same time, this is not a model by itself. Okay, it is nothing. It's just gibberish, right? It's trash because its information is complex. The information suddenly became super complex. Then this fold cannot be repeated. If I was to go and take another paper and make the same thing again, oops, it won't work. Okay, so I can't make this exact fold again. It's too complex. It's extremely complex to get this. Even if I have a system, you will not get this crush again. It's going to be another crush, right? So this became very complex information. Okay, and when we get too much of complex information, which is happening in the net, which is happening in the COVID situation, which is happening, you get too much of data. Every single person, you ask them 100 people about COVID, they'll give you 100 different opinions right now. So, and I think in Guinea's forum and people like this, you'll see lots of that, so lots of information. So when you don't know something, you're afraid of it. When you don't know something, you're afraid of it. You're afraid of this. This is too complex. We don't like it. You're also afraid of too less information. Too less information is also complex. This is also nothing. So we call this high entropy or low entropy. Both of them are nothing. In between, we want to make meaning out of it. So if you see too many stars, you want to make meaning out of these too many stars. So they made constellations. And they made, okay, can you see this figure? And they made 12 constellations. And then they made astrological science. They said this person is looking at that person. That's a great house. This is a friendly house. You made patterns, right? So, and then you look at this complex thing in your hand, you see lines, and you see everybody's got a different, unique fingerprint. Then we made palmistry out of it. Okay, we made patterns. So the moment you make patterns and you make a system, you have something tangible. Okay, the moment you have something tangible, another person can recognize it. And another person can recognize that energy, they will pay you for that. Okay, it becomes an energy which can be transferred. Paying is only a transfer of energy. Okay, they will pay you for that when you make meaning. When you make this, there's no meaning. It's meaning to yourself because, like Guinea said, it's my cloud, but it's not anybody else's cloud, right? Even if I say there's an elephant here, oops, I can see the elephant, but you can't, right? So, but if I make a very simple model, it will work. Okay, a very, very simple model. I don't need to make something very complex. I make a very simple model. Everybody will see the elephant, right? So, okay, let's carry on. So we need to make meaning out of something which is nothing or something which is too much. Like a simple example is, in school we always learned, we have 9 planets, right? Sun and 9 planets, right? So, and every time you saw the diagram, you saw the sun and you saw these diagrams, and they fit in your paper. Okay. But if you take the actual scale of it, okay, and if you were to put the sun as a football, okay, and you were to, the earth would be a mustard seed, and it will be in the end of the football field. Okay, and Pluto will be out of Mumbai. It will be in Pune. Okay, so, and, okay, that's how the scale is. It's so much of gap that we can't even fathom it. Right. There's nothing in between. There's so much of nothing in between. So but we put it in the school diagram. You'll always see it right next to each other. It's completely false, right? The scale is completely false. But yeah, it works for that particular moment, so which is fine. So okay, I continue with my presentation. Okay, so good. Is everyone liking it so far?
Yes.
Let's see some engagements. Let's see some comments there. So, and you guys can.
This can be open. We have done that in childhood with clouds. Anamika.
Please, can we have a palmistry session? Yeah, sure. We can have a palmistry session. Myself, I am a palmist myself, so.
I was waiting for you to say that.
That's not for today. We'll have another day with palmistries over here. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to share my screen.
How will you do palmistry online? People will have to show you their hands like this.
Yeah, I'll show examples, no? Okay, so it's all patterns. How am I doing? People.
Cool. Then we'll have a palmistry session soon.
Yes. Okay, sure. Okay, so now, so you got kind of.
Parth says, absolutely. You said, are we loving it? He says, absolutely, especially the way you laugh. Please teach me how to laugh.
Yes, that's very, very important. You need to laugh, and you can laugh at anything and everything. So I'm known as a PJ, the king of PJ. so easiest way, like, she was, Guinea was saying, how do we get rid of our stress and tension? I keep forwarding all these stupid PJs and jokes everywhere. The simple way to get in touch, and you see the laugh icon coming back, right? So I wish there could be a sound with it. Every time you send a laugh icon, it goes, ha ha. I'm like, super cool. So great. Okay, so all right. So now I'm going to tell you a little story. Okay, so now if you take a blank piece of paper, right, a white blank piece of paper, it has no meaning. It is nothing, right? It doesn't mean anything. So imagine you were this blank piece of paper. Okay, at some point of time, this blank piece of paper wants to have validation. It wants something in it. So it wants something. The moment you write something on a blank piece of paper, even if it's a tissue paper, okay, it suddenly becomes valuable. Okay, a simple example is, imagine there's a boyfriend and girlfriend. They're meeting for the first time. They're in, Starbucks, and then he's having this whatever conversation, and he managed to get her number, and his phone is not working. Okay, and it's the worst situation ever. So he borrows a pen, and he puts it in that tissue. He writes her number. Okay. And he loses this tissue paper. Oops. Okay. Now that tissue paper is so valuable. What was trash is, the moment you write something on a paper, whatever it is, whether it's a number, phone number, a bill, you have this bill where you can reclaim something where you made a wrong bill or something, and they are made in this thermal paper, and 1 week later it's disappeared. There's nothing in it, so you need to take a photograph and stuff like that. So I'm sure you must have experienced this by going to a store where bring back the bill and give it to you, and by the time you bring back the bill in a few months time, there's nothing. That thermal is gone. Right? So yeah,
useless piece of paper.
Useless paper. The moment you write something on a paper, it gets valuable, right? So now here is so here's our paper, which is imagine it's about this size, right? Okay, and it's trying to get something printed. Okay. And it gets something printed over the period of time, and it gets something printed as this. I'm going to bring you something now, right? So it becomes this 20 rupee note. Okay, it gets
Wow.
printed. Okay, the moment it gets printed by the government of India, 20 rupee note, blah blah blah, it becomes super valuable, as valuable as a 20 rupee note. So this is your PhD, this is your graduation, this is your doctorate, this is your qualification. You got some kind of a validation, some university, government. It doesn't matter where it is. You got some. Now immediately this blank piece of paper became valuable, right? So now the moment you take this, now what is happening in our current situations? We're all out of jobs, okay, and you have a lockdown, and there are a lot of people facing problems. So let's say you don't work for 1 month, you don't work for 2 months, you don't work for 3 months, you don't work for 4 months, you don't work for 6 months. Oh shit, it's terrible, right? And what if you don't work for 8 months or 10 months? Some people can't survive, and oops, now this
Oh,
is
असली नोट नहीं है ना?
असली नोट नहीं है. मैं origami आदमी हूँ. Okay, so now suddenly this has absolutely no value. Suppose now you asked that question, no? She suddenly got a shock. असली नोट नहीं है. अगर वो असली नोट होता तो it's gone. It's completely useless. And imagine this was you. That means you're stripped out of your qualification. You've been stripped from everything you have, right? In this lockdown, suddenly you're stripped. You're like working in a job, you're going to an office, but now you're told to work from home. And some work cannot happen from home, right? So those people are struggling. It cannot happen from home. There's a guy who's a Belpuri wala who puts his stuff outside. No, he has to go there and sell, right? So, and this is what happens, right? So now what happens is completely useless. If something like this happens, it will go to the armory, and this particular serial number will get confiscated. You will get your account money or whatever in the bank or whatever, but this is out of circulation. Even if it's slightly torn, they say, they put a sellotape and all that, it doesn't work, right? The auto wala says he gives it back, right? So, and so that goes out of circulation. So now this is your state of mind. You got all your qualification, you got everything, and it became useless. Okay. Now what happens is when you join a particular job, okay, so you are this 20 rupee note. Okay, there's one more. Okay, so you are this 20, and what happens is you have somebody who's a boss. You're working for somebody, and if you're working for somebody, I can go to the presentation, but I don't need the slideshow. I'll just do it extempo by the time we share and all that. So there you'll see the slides. What happens in this 20, you have some 10 rupee notes under you. So whether you have a business or you're a manager, you have some lesser qualification notes, lesser valuable notes, and you are commanding them. And above you is a 100 rupee note. Okay, sorry, it's a 500 rupee note. Okay, and 500 not there, no? Okay, who's there now?
2000.
Yeah, 2000. So 2000 is he's the CEO. He's the big CEO who commands this place. Okay, so now what is above 2000? If you want somebody beyond 2000,
I don't think we have a note. $100 bill, yeah.
The $100 bill suddenly becomes, it's the same real estate. That means it's the same body, it's the same thing, but suddenly it is from US or it's Australian dollar. The same thing, the value has changed. Now that became like a call center. Okay, that guy from US is commanding this whole force out here, and that becomes a higher qualification, right? So, and then what happens in the situation like this, where we are in a lockdown and all that, that's what happened. This is what happened. It doesn't matter which bill you are, whether you're 10 rupee or 20 rupee or whatever. This is what happens, right? It's completely gone, right? Okay, so, and whether you're a dollar, okay, there's no work, sad luck, all right? So, and you become completely off this. So what happens is our 20 rupee note, he saw one of the 10 rupee notes getting his juniors getting completely off. So he said, I need a break. Okay, I need to travel somewhere. So he goes to an island, and he goes to Ross Island in the Andaman Nicobar. Okay, and when he goes to Ross Island, he sees an island there on the opposite direction. Okay, and he sees a what do you call a lighthouse. So the next time you have a 20 rupee note, I have it in my presentation, but that's fine. Okay, you just
put it, no?
Put it. Okay.
Put on your presentation. Khushbu, I'm just going to remove you for a bit. We'll join you back again later. Let him share his presentation. Yeah. Full screen.
Yeah, going there.
What was that rainbow thing?
Yeah, I'll
We
come back
missed.
to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Paper
Okay, so
cloud.
we. Oops. Yeah. What?
वापस गया ऊपर.
What do you see now?
The book page being turned on the top.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Rainbow.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we are back. We have got a blank piece of paper, and what happens is
Okay.
it wants to get printed.
Got
It gets
printed.
validation, becomes a 20 rupee note, and then that's your graduation, right? And that's your doctorate, and that's the value is 20 rupees, right? So, and so you have you're a manager, and there are some 10 rupee notes who are next to you. There's a 5 rupees note bigger. There's 2,000, and what's bigger than that is $100 bill, right? So, and in this whole situation, we have the lowest most category, the 10 rupee note. He gets soiled and he gets he's completely gone, right? So this 20 rupee note needed a break, and he goes to an island. And when he goes there to the island, okay, he sees in himself, in a 20 rupee note, you already see an island. If you ulta a 20 rupee note, you will see an island, and you will see a what do you call a lighthouse. Okay, and this is a real place. It is the North Bay Island from Ross Island. You can see it. It's a real place which they have sketched. Because and the lithograph which was made like this was because in independent India they wanted to show their stretch in the naval base, which is the first settlement which happened and stuff like that. So in this, so the R 20 rupee note is very surprised because he is you, right? Inside you is an island, and he was looking for an island. So he says, wow, this is so cool. Let me go to the island. So he goes to the island, and he sees lots of foreigners, right, out there. And he sees these foreigners, and they are buying these beautiful origami jewelry. Okay. And it looks lovely, right? So, and now, how much will you pay for this origami jewelry? So, Guinea, you need to help me out in this
Is this
comments.
paper?
This is made of paper, but it has been varnished, so it's permanent, and you have artificial jewelry. So it will be in the artificial jewelry category, but it is paper which has been folded. So how much would you pay for this?
How much will I pay for this?
Well,
considering that it is, considering the substance it is made of, basically paper, max 50 rupees, 100 rupees is way too above.
Okay, basically, okay, so I need to elaborate that this has been varnished, so it's hard. It's been completely hardened, so don't think it's paper anymore. So.
Okay, yeah, but well, I don't think more than 50.
Okay, not more than 50. Okay, or 100 rupees. That's what you said. And anyway, yeah. Okay, so great. Now, our 20 rupee note got thrilled, and he also wanted to fold himself into a tulip. Okay, and he got sold. Guinea just bought it for 50 rupees. Okay, so and I actually sell these. We make these jewelry. We start at 350 and sell it to 1,200 rupees. Right, so that's the value which we sell it for. Okay, so now I am going to. Normally we do the session of folding this tulip. Okay, so let me stop share and come back. Are we back? Okay. Yes, great. Okay, so now, so do you really want to do the session, Guinea? You want to start folding?
Yeah.
It will take some time.
Let's try something small and something nice and sweet.
Okay, so yeah, just find it. Okay, see, there are other people who are much better than you. Okay, they're ready to pay 500. Guinea is paying only 50 rupees.
Well, that person, I don't know the name, but that person's ID itself, the name is I am rich. So obviously he or she is willing to pay 500. I'm a confused kind of a person.
Okay, I value things. I'm just going to change your opinion, Guinea. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to give me more money than 50. Okay. So let's just see how that works, right? So now we are going to fold this tulip. So you will need a square piece of paper. It's very important. Not, oh, it's so crushed, terrible.
You want to read another one?
Okay.
It's my cloud.
Yeah, cloud.
Okay, see, so from my cloud, it became my heart, which goes thumb. Hum, hum.
Yeah, so you're doing folding and unfolding.
Yeah.
That's what nature
That's what a
does.
heart does, right?
What heart does, exactly. Yes, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's a very
And
precious paper, okay?
it's precious
Even
paper.
if it's crushed.
So you need to get one more. Okay.
I need to get one more. Okay.
Yes. You should have been prepared, Guinea.
One more. Hmm.
Path 50, Renga, I am rich 500. Very nice. Kushbu 500. Yeah, so all those people 200. Yeah, so fifth path is 50 to 100 and little fingers 2000. Wow. Okay. So yeah, now we're going to see that I'm going to make you fold a tulip along with me. Okay, and then you're going to see how difficult it is to fold this, and then automatically your value is going to increase when you do it yourself, and you know the effort which has gone into it. You're going to see really stuff happening, right? Anna Hassan, it has real jewels. Um, no, it's artificial, so it is on the artificial category. Let's get started. I'm rich. Okay, fantastic. So, okay, so
Okay,
normally
you want it to be square, right?
I want it to be a square. So if you have an A4 size paper, yeah, just make a triangle, and yes, make a triangle and cut it off. So, and all the people who are there with me, so we will start folding, and Ginny will join us. Okay. So, okay,
I'm
so
sure they've already started.
can we do on a plain white paper is fine. Precious Smile plain white paper is absolutely fine. And you can always, you can color it later. So you can paint it
Yeah.
later. And yeah, so first thing is you take a square paper and we make this triangle, right? So if you're there in the chat window, it'll be good because I'll keep, we're going to do this with you live. So if you get stuck somewhere, and I'm going to help you out. Okay, so
Yeah,
we
if you
have,
get stuck, just click on the link and join and show it to him.
yeah, so that'd be great if you put your cameras on and we can see you. It'll be really great.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
don't know
not
what they're
blind,
so afraid of and shy of.
Okay, so now we fold a triangle. Very nice. And then we fold the other side also, and we fold a triangle there.
Huh? What other side?
So you did one triangle, right, Guinea?
Okay, the other side, that way.
The other side, the other triangle, right?
Okay. So you get the center point.
Correct. So you have two diagonals which has been folded there. Okay. It's very important to fold. Normally, it's good. Right now, we are using this camera and using, we're folding it in midair. Otherwise, it'd be good to fold on the table. But this is good for right now. So
We used to do
correct.
this.
Yeah, that's called a salt cellar or a fortune teller. Okay. So
Yeah,
now
it's like this, something like that.
right, something like that. Okay, so now you have these two angles here, and we try to in right here you make a ulta fold. That is, these were mountain folds, and then you make a valley fold. So if you have the colored paper, you're getting the white side, and you make a half here, right? So, and from these folds we make bases. From bases we make models. So right now I'm going to teach you how to make a water bomb base. And so you get this. Have you got this?
Yeah.
Two mountain folds, one valley fold. And if you just push it across like this, it forms one. This is called a water bomb base.
Oh, one sec. Push
Okay,
it. What?
let's do that again. Let's do it again. So you see this, there's a pyramid which is kind of forming here. Automatically there's a pyramid which is forming here. Just push it and squash it, and you'll get this. Yes, squash it, yeah, but be accurate, be pyar se, aram se, yeah, correct. So, yeah, make it flat. Very good, that's perfect. Yes, good. Okay, so we got this, and make people join na, Guinea.
अरे बोल तो रही हूँ.
Kushbu, you were there now, you can come back. So,
Kushbu,
right?
Rehana, Precious Smile, I am rich. Yeah, please, I am rich. Please join.
Okay, so now we have this.
Anamika, Parth. Come on,
Okay, so
yeah.
even if you guys have not joined, if you're active in the chat window,
Yeah,
just
as long
type
as you're doing
one.
this right.
Just type one. That means you have reached the stage. And if you're not reached this stage, type zero. So I'll
0.
repeat it. So
Yeah.
if I see ones, I see continuous ones. That means you've reached the stage. So anybody? I don't see any
Should look
response.
like
I'm carrying
this.
on. Yeah, I should. So I'm carrying on.
Comment with number 1 if you've got this milestone.
And if not, say zero and I'll repeat it.
Hello. Precious Smile, I am
One,
rich.
one, one.
Ganpati, okay.
Khushbu
Precious
is in
Smile and
zero.
Khushbu didn't get it. Come on, join.
No problem. We'll do it again. Okay. So this is for
Khushbu, one sec. Khushbu and Precious Smile can join. Come on. Join and show us, and he will teach you how to do it.
Yeah, then we can see where you're stuck. So then it'll be easy
Yeah.
for me to show you.
Yeah, if you
And
don't
see,
want to show your face,
and
show him
okay,
the paper.
Khushbu, I'm happy with. She paid me 500 rupees. Precious Smile, how much did you pay? You can't even get 2 folds right. You got
Precious
you
Smile,
can't fold,
Rehana.
you gotta pay more. You gotta keep paying more.
Come on, join. Precious Smile gave you 100.
He gave me 100. Precious Smile is now smiling.
Okay, come on, join.
Okay, I'll repeat
Khushbu
this
and
for Precious Smile and Khushbu. While if you're not on with your camera, it doesn't matter. So basically, you have a square piece of paper, fold it into a diagonal. Okay, open it, unfold, fold into a diagonal again, right? So you got 2 diagonals there, and then make a valley fold. That is, you're making a horizontal. Remember, it has to be accurate. These lines have to match. It has to be exactly half. So accuracy and precision is very important. Rehana is in 1, 1, 1. Very nice. Okay, so great. So Rehana's got 1. Okay, so then you got this, and now you take this and you push it. Okay, and once you push it, you're going to get this pyramid which is going to form, and you squash it. Now this is called a water bomb base. Okay,
water bomb base.
Water bomb base. Like you make actually a water bomb
base.
Yeah, like how we throw a balloon. So it's got a water bomb. You fill water and you throw it. So it's called a water bomb base.
Okay.
So we got this. Now we are going to take. We got 4 petals, right? So
yeah.
And we take 1 petal and come to the center. Okay, right? So
like this.
Like this. See, 1 petal come to the center like this.
Perfect.
Yeah. And match it properly, and then fold it.
Huh.
Right. And then you do the same thing on the other petal. So this way.
Which other petal? Okay.
Yeah. So this one, it goes like this. And again, match it properly. Watch your model. Match it properly, and then fold.
Yeah.
Water bomb base. Ganpati, that's right. It's called a water bomb base. Yes. So this is one of the very preliminary bases. So very simple basis. And so you got this, right? So
opposite side also, now?
Opposite side also, you do the same thing. Yes, correct. So Kini is fast.
I've done this with you once.
Yes, you have.
So we're in Alibag, no?
Yes, we had. Yes. So okay, great. Okay. So that's it. So we have this on this side, which is folded like this, and this side it's folded like this. Both are same. They look symmetrical. Okay. Now you need to take this flap. Okay. You have 4 flaps here. If you see this. Okay. And I go this way. That means right now these flaps have gone in. Okay. What was open? I just put one side here. So again, I'll repeat this for those people who are here. This, you see the flaps which are here. Okay. So I make one like this and one like this. Okay. So both the flaps are right now in. The flaps are on this side now. Okay. This is what it is.
Show like this. Show like this.
Okay. So now
what you did.
This. Okay. This is the flap side. Okay.
Right.
And this is the flap side. Okay. Now I take now. Imagine this is the flap side, right? This is the flap side, and I do this. So now there's no flap here. The flap is inside. Correct? Just fold it that way. That's it. You just fold one flap in. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. Guinea, that's good. Okay. Now Yeah, but now it's very important to keep this orientation because there is one.
One sec, Arvind. Precious says that slope. She's probably not got it. Just
So
explain it to her again.
please a little
So
slow. Okay, right.
when we folded it, we had
Okay,
these
so
open sides.
can we,
And
Precious,
what you do,
are you done with the
what
water bomb base? Everybody with the water bomb base, say water bomb
you
done.
just turn it around from both the sides and make sure that this is flat. That's
Okay,
what
so
you
now,
do.
yeah, so everybody is on water bomb base. Just say WB done. WB, that's water bomb. WB 1. You say WB1, that means water bomb is done. Yeah, water bomb is done. Precious done.
Done.
Everybody,
Done.
can we have everybody commenting water bomb done? Then we can proceed. Other
Yeah.
people, please type water bomb done.
So water bomb ke baad,
Yeah, Khushbu water bomb done. Okay, water bomb ke baad, now we are going, this is here, and we are taking one flap here and one flap here. So have you done with this?
yeah.
Okay,
Then
just say
opposite
flap
side,
done.
flap
Just write
done.
flap done.
Flap
Type
done.
FLAP, flap done. Type FLAP, flap done. And if
Parth, your
you've done it,
device is not connected.
water bomb base, yes. Okay, so Rehana, can you do the flaps? Okay, flap done, Ganpati, good. Now once the flap is done, you do the flap on the other side. So just say flap 2 done. So everybody type flap 2 done. That means everybody is here on this stage. Quick, quick, quick. Otherwise, I'll increase the price of that. And this you're going to fold this. Okay, I want to see how much time it took for you to fold it. Okay, and then you're going to make one more, and then you're going to make the jewelry. Okay, it will take you how long to make this?
तो उतना प्राइस बढ़ेगा.
Obviously उतना प्राइस बढ़ेगा. तुम्हारा डे रेट हो गया ना, whatever you're doing. Imagine you're a
तो
lawyer.
फिर मैंने बराबर 50 रुपए बोला because it takes you hardly half a minute to do it.
No, कहाँ 50 रुपए में कहाँ है? Nobody is there. So now imagine you were a lawyer. What's your day rate? Entire day.
Parth, your device is not connected.
Sir, you're so funny.
Your mic is not connected. Connect your mic and cam. That's what it says.
Okay, guys, we carry on. Okay, so we are done with flap 2. I assume everybody is done with flap 2.
Yeah.
Okay, now we are going to the next one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, okay, now one thing important here is this flap is facing upwards. Keep this orientation always up. So that means because the square, you won't see which is down. So this is down and this is up. Okay, the flap which is being seen like this is up. Okay, right. Just keep it like that. Don't change the orientation ulta. Okay, so keep it like this. Okay, now what we do is we just turn one side this way. Okay, and on the other side, you turn one side this way. That's it. You're just turning the sides. No complication here. Right now, you will not see any flap. Okay, but the orientation is still this one on top. Do not turn it like this. Okay, right now, once you get this, now you need to. I am rich is here. So, okay, so now what you got to do is you need to.
Show your paper.
Okay, I could only do this.
So you're still at water bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
Okay.
do that.
Turn the backside also like that.
Yeah, and do the same thing. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
Done too, Rehana, done too. Very nice. Okay, so so now, okay, we'll wait for I am rich to, yes, well done. Okay, so now, now you also just flip to the other side. Yes, good.
Flip.
No. You keep the orientation on top. Always keep the orientation of this on top. Yeah, and just move one flap here. So I'll show you again. So you got this orientation here. Okay. And you just make one flap like this and one like this, and Guinea has already got it. And so the flaps are inside. Basically, these flaps are inside. Just turn one side. That's all.
It should be flat like this. See, both sides flat. This inside thing,
Yeah.
you just fold it like that.
So
And from this.
Precious Smile, Ganpati, and Rehana, all of you, Khushbu,
No,
all of you here.
No, the other way around. See, you
Other
are
way
like
around.
this
Just
here.
Yeah, correct. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
उसको अंदर कर दो ना, अंदर कर दो. Yes, that's right. Correct.
Right.
Yeah, right. So both the sides,
Right.
the flaps are inside. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Now what you do is now you're on this side. Okay. Now for the convenience, what I'm doing is now do not fold. Just watch me. Okay. So that you don't make a wrong fold. Just watch what I'm doing, and then you can fold later. Okay. So now while you do this, I'm trying to get this like this. Okay. But I don't want it to be exactly equal. I want to tuck it in. Okay. Just do not do it yet. Just see what I'm doing. I want to tuck this inside this pocket. Okay, so now I'll bring it right close to the camera, and you can see it here, and I am going to open this, and I'm going to tuck it in. Okay, so I'll do it so that I can face it, and then I'll show you what it is, right? So
How do you tuck it in?
yeah, so then you see there's a gap, right? So you can just open this gap a little bit and tuck it in. So that if you see this, I just tucked it inside. You see that? And I flatten it. And that's what you do.
On one side.
On one side. Just first
Like
achieve
this,
one
like
side
this?
first. Put cam link on. What? What did she say?
Parth's cam and mic access is Parth, you need to allow your cam and your mic access. Am I doing it right?
Yes, tuck it in, but get this shape. So you get a triangle there. Yeah, show me. I'm rich.
मेरा उल्टा हो रहा है.
Yeah, well done. I'm rich. Very well done. But just get this correct. This.
मेरा उल्टा क्यों हो रहा है?
गिनी दिखाओ. थोड़ा ऊपर करो. Yeah, just okay. I'll show it to you again, Guinea. Yeah, you just need to tuck it in. That's it. So first you get this thing like this. Okay, get it closer like this.
You know what is happening is this pocket of mine is below, above, and yours is below.
That doesn't matter. Below or above doesn't matter. So, and now
like
flatten
this.
it. Flatten it now. Flatten it.
Flatten it.
Flatten it. You see this? Yeah, well done. I am rich. That's well done. Yes.
Okay.
Now turn over and do the same thing. Yes, well done. Guinea, well done. Yeah. Now turn over, do the same thing on the other side. Where are the others? Done, sir. Rena's done. Well done, Rena. Okay. Bhelpuri ka cone. Yeah, something like that. Correct. Bhelpuri ka cone. But little complicated Bhelpuri ka cone. Okay, so yeah. It's a double Bhelpuri cone. Correct. Precious Smile. You can have 2 Bhelpuri cones. So when you finally do this, you'll have one Bhelpuri
so
cone
this
here.
Is a perfect Bhelpuri cone for boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, 2 Bhelpuri. Yeah, it's a double.
You know how they put 2 straws in one nariyal pani?
2 straws in one nariyal pani, correct. Yeah, so there's 2 Bhelpuri in one. Okay. Okay, so now once you've done this, okay, now this is a good part. Okay, so once you've done this, okay, now you see this thing here. There's a hole out here, and you need to blow in that like this. And it becomes a pyramid. Sir, stop for a minute. I can't understand. Which part can't you understand, Rana? Okay, so we have a pyramid here.
No, I don't have.
You don't have? Kya hua, Gini? Dikhao. Well done. I'm rich. Very well done. Damn good. Yes. Hey, show us your face, yeah?
No.
Okay, Khushbu, wow. Wow means you got it, or wow It's just mine is good. Wow is for your model as wow is for my model. Sir, can I speak? Raina. That's my daughter, Raina. She's online. You want to come on camera, Raina? You can. Wow, it's like a
Okay,
pyramid.
which side do I blow? The top or the bottom?
On the bottom, yeah.
Bottom.
Yo.
What you're calling bottom? Yeah, that's where you.
Yeah.
So it forms this way. Okay, so now it's easy. Everyone here, I am Rich is here. So now you have some flower. What do you call? You have some, petals here. So open these leaf and you'll see a beautiful surprise. And and you open this and you have
I
this
got it.
beautiful tulip. Yes, and you have this wonderful tulip.
Oh, how
Ah.
beautiful.
So you have a beautiful tulip, right? Petals.
You know what is
Yes.
the most difficult part? The most difficult part is to now unfold this.
Yeah, that's going to be different. And I have also done this before in my origami class in my school. Oh, well done. And I'm trying to do it again because I already done it before. Yeah, wow. Okay, great. So many people have done it. Beautiful. Okay, so now whatever time it took, the struggling and all that, and I taught you here live and you've done it. Okay, now you guys have to do this in a 3 centimeter square. Because that's how small that earring was. Can you do this in a 3 centimeter square? No, you don't need to try it. Okay. Everybody will fail trying to do it in a 3 centimeter square because it's extremely tiny. Okay. So now that's what I said. So this is a 3 centimeter square. And we did this in this 3 centimeter square, right? And this is how these jewelry look. So now you guys can see I got some samples here. So you can see this jewelry right here. Kini, dekho. Of course, it's a different model. Okay. So now I'll show you the other one, which is the tulip which we did. And this is the tulip.
You also made engagement ring or wedding ring holder, no?
Yeah. You remember
I've
all
seen
that?
that. It was beautiful.
Yeah. So this is how the jewelry actually looks. Okay, and it's an earring. So now the more it became smaller, now the paper became extremely small and became very difficult, right? So
Yeah.
now that is what is going out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is A4 size paper. The moment I make it 3 centimeter, it becomes terribly difficult, right? How can I buy? Okay. So yeah, you can buy it or you can just write to us on email, and you have my email, which is trickling there. You have my phone number. You can just WhatsApp me and I'll send you more details on this whole course on unfolding your mind and the products as well. Okay, so now, Guinea, tell me if you found this jewelry and it is so small and this whole thing has to be varnished and I have to stitch it and I'll make those pearls also there. Now, how much will you pay for it?
500.
500. Exactly. So from 50 rupees it became 500. Okay, 50 se 500 10 times. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a fantastic surprise. Okay. This is going to be a crazy surprise. Okay. Now you saw this jewelry, right? Guinea, full attention here.
Wait. Let me do my 3 centimeter wala, no?
अरे 3 सेंटीमीटर इतना जल्दी नहीं मिलेगा.
Almost got it. Wait. पर वो
3000
उसको फोल्ड तो कर लिया पर अब
Okay,
वो
Parul is giving 3000. Welcome.
बलून की तरफ उगाने में तो पता नहीं वो होगा कि नहीं होगा. Yeah, tell me.
Okay, so now here is the everybody focus here. Now we have this beautiful jewelry which is pink and beautiful, right? Okay. Now there are people paying me 3000 rupees from 500 rupees minimum, right? And all that. Okay, this was made from a 20 rupee note. It was actually
Oh,
made from this stone 20 rupee note. We actually took the
wow.
stone. So it's a 20 rupee note which is stone, which is completely worthless. And then you folded yourself and your worth has become 20 times more, right? Or 50 times more. So if you find your island inside and unfold yourself from all the qualifications and all the inhibitions and your mindsets and all that, and during this COVID you try to reinvent yourself, you try to innovate. Okay, and when you find your island inside, which we teach you how to find, okay, if you do that, you will be valued at 50 times more. So now a tone 20 rupees, okay, a tone 20 rupees is being sold for 500 rupees. Okay, so if I give you 20 rupees, will you give me 500 rupees, Ginny? Even if it's a full 20 rupees? If I give you
What?
20 rupees, if I give you 20 rupees, will you give me 500 rupees?
Why would I do that?
Why would I do that? Okay, no, you just paid me 500 rupees for a tone 20 rupees. Okay, so,
I'm not able
right?
to blow this into a balloon now. What do I do?
You don't do anything, you keep it down. You just pay me the money.
See, I
Okay.
almost got this, but it's not blowing up.
See, almost is not. Okay. Okay, so anyway,
Okay,
this
wait,
is what I
what
was
is
coming
this?
to.
Can you answer my question? I'm getting worried over here. What question?
Can you
How
answer my
do
question? And
you doing? Can you answer that, please? Really want to join? How do
he's a
you
very good
join? And you
businessman.
joined.
What?
Matlab,
How do you doing? Can you answer that? Please, really want to join. What do you want to join? We'll come to that. We'll come to how you want to join the course. Yes. Okay. So, okay. Now the next thing is, okay. So now this whole thing, he's a very good businessman. Exactly. Okay. So now, besides this, now I'll tell you what actually happened in my life. Okay. So I'll give you a little. I'll, so in I'm a film director. Okay, this is not what I actually do. I'm a film director. I'm from the film industry. I've been 20 years in the field. And what happened was in 2011, I was directing my feature film, and when 90% complete, my mom had 3 strokes and TB meningitis in the brain, and she was hospitalized, and she was 45 days in the ICU. And I was in my film, and I was doing 90% my film was complete. I was running between the editing table and my mom's condition. And by the time she came out, she was in a total vegetative state. Okay,
oh,
and so she was at home, and she was with me living for 3 years, and I had a complete hospital running at home. And then in the same year I went through a divorce, and I had a separation, and also my film stopped. And to top all this, in one single year I had a nerve entrapment in my right hand because of excessive computer mouse usage, and this finger became paralyzed. So my physiotherapist said that you have to do two hand activities. Okay, so basically I started doing origami, which I used to do in my childhood. Okay, and so what happened was I started doing origami in my childhood, and that in the film industry became great. So I'll show you my presentation and how this
yes.
suddenly became viral. Okay, it became totally viral, and now that's how I came to know Guinea and so many others, platforms in the film industry, outside societies, and it became a corporate house who started calling me, and then they started calling me to fold paper like this, have fun and all that. But besides having fun, it I started a new company called Unfold and Rewire, and that's what you see there. And I use this as a system on how, when you get stuck, you can get out of it, you can innovate, and you can find new ground, and you can make anything if you really innovate, if you find the way, right? Now now what the system was called Origami Unfold 3691, and this is 3691. So this is 3, and that is 3 conflicts. Okay, and this is 6, that is 6 intelligence, and then you 6 quotients, and then I unfold this model further, and that is 9 mental models or 9 personality types or 9,
Wow.
and 1 is the one quest. So I take you through this entire course, and we will, right now, obviously this takes a long time to do these courses. There are different levels to these courses, and I would invite you to join these levels at different levels. But we will start at the very first three right now. I'll give you a little orientation on what this is. So I call it the three conflicts. So the first thing is the red one, which is man versus man, and the blue one, which is man versus nature, and yellow is man versus self. Okay, the other way of this, and this you will find in all cultures, you will find this red, that's this one, this is red, and this is blue, and this is yellow. Okay,
Where is man versus woman? That's the biggest problem everybody
that's
has.
the biggest problem. Okay, man is just a metaphor here. So I will in Sanskrit we would call this artha, we will call this kama, and we'll call this dharma. Okay, and you will find the same thing in you will find this. So I call it, because this is a salt cellar model, because we put salt in it in origami. So this is the three salts. Okay, so this is salary. Okay, your payment or your survival, and this is savor, that is taste, and this is substance. So other way of artha kama is, this is financial fulfillment, and this is desire fulfillment, and this is your moral fulfillment. That is artha kama and dharma, right? So let's go into these three salts, essentially what these salts are. So the salt, when you say salary, it comes from the word salarium, and salarium was when the people were mining salt at that time. Okay, there was only exchange, almost barter system, and the money was just about coming up. So if the enough salt was not given, they were given that much amount in either money, or so that was the salt they mined, or they were given that much of salt. Okay, so that is why they have, you have these Hindi film dialogues, tumne mera namak khaya hai, or you say namak haram, your namak halal. Okay, so this is basically salt. So when somebody says tumne mera namak khaya, it doesn't mean he came to your kitchen and ate all the salt. Okay, it means that that person, your maid or something, you've done work. Okay, and you've done that particular work, and you are trying to compensate. You're paying that money. Okay, so that money is paid in terms of work. Okay, so that is the first salt, right? And in the first lockdown, what is savor? What is taste? What is your passion? So this is your salary, this is your fulfillment, basic survival, and this is your taste, right? So what this happens is what you call savor. Savor is taste, right? So this is another essential salt in life. So what is this salt? When in the first lockdown happened, there were no maids in Bombay and everywhere. So everybody started posting pictures on what they made. Okay, and you'll see WhatsApp group, today I made an omelette. Okay, today I made Maggie. Okay, so people started, because till now the maid was making and nobody posted any picture of all the beautiful food she made. Okay, now because the struggle of going to the kitchen and making it. Okay, and you learned how to make food and you posted this picture because you actually valued that particular food. But now imagine you're cooking for 50 people. Okay, this one essential thing, you take a recipe and you download this recipe and you're going to make matar paneer. Okay, great. And so you download this recipe, and there's paneer, there's matar, and there is haldi, and everything is in proportion, the timing to cook, except one thing: the salt is to taste. Okay, the salt is to taste. Everywhere you go, you say pinch of salt. How much a pinch? And whose taste? If there are 50 people there, whose taste? My taste or whose taste? So this is a mystery, right? Salt is never, it's always to taste. And when you put the salt, it should not be salty. And it should not be less salt. It should be just right. So this is one ingredient which is invisible. So that salt by itself is invisible, but it's going to uplift every other flavor. And that one little thing is going to lift your flavor. So it's basically your savor or your taste to nature, your taste to life, right? So, and this is your desire. This is your, how you connect with nature. So this is your want. Okay, so this is basically the first thing, which is, what do I want? Okay, the next thing is desire. Okay, it says, how do I get it? So what do I want? How do I get it? And the last thing, when you become about 30 years old, you get a midlife crisis, you've done a job and all that, and suddenly you say, why do I want that? Why do I want anything in life? The biggest question is why. Okay. So you don't answer why until you get, what do I want and how do I get it? Okay, so I want to be a doctor. Okay, so I get a qualification. Okay, I get a degree, right? So I get a degree, I still don't become a doctor. I want to become an apprentice.
Wait. I'll put it in a better manner. I want to grow up. I want to get married. After I'm married, why did I get
Why
married?
did I get married? You should ask that question first. So this is the first question. Why? Okay, so why? Answer your yellow first. Why? Okay, right? So, and why is beyond these two? It's much bigger than these two, but I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example of that salt. Okay, that's substance. That's very meaning of life. Okay, not life itself, but your life, your purpose. Okay, life meaning is coming right at the center. Okay, so we are not going out there right now. Okay, so that we are coming at your particular life journey which you want to achieve. So here, when the freedom movement was happening, Gandhi made this salt satyagraha movement, and he said that okay, you can't tax for salt because tax is, salt is basically free. So he said, I'm going to do this Dundee march, and I'm going to come here, and we're going to do a satyagraha. And he didn't have email marketing system, he didn't have Facebook marketing, he didn't have YouTube, and suddenly from every part of the country there were lakhs of people coming there. Okay,
How did they come to know?
how did they come to know? Exactly. So God knows how they came to know, but they all came to know, and they came from all over the country, and they wanted to that day make salt, which is against the government. But now they all told their wives, or even the wives told their husbands, or different people who are on non people who are not married, and everybody said, I'm going to make salt today. Yes, going to revolt, let's go and make salt. Okay, so they all went and made salt. And when they made salt, imagine, this is such a terrible job. Okay, that you make that salt that day, and the British are going to come and thump the shit out of you in the evening. Okay, you're going to get broken bones, and you're going to go to jail, or you both. Okay, so it's a thankless job for that one day. You make salt, you get achievement only for one day, and after that you're going to jail or getting broken bones. So, and Gandhi is not paying you for it, so there's no money. Okay, so there's no money today. If you get 1,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees extra, you leave a job. Attrition rate is so high. Okay, you just leave a job just for one raise. So here, what is the purpose? Okay, there's no money, and this whole glory is only going to be for one day. Okay, that evening you're going to go to jail, or you're going to lose your bones, or both, whatever. But still, everybody knew what is going to happen. They still came because the purpose was bigger than them. It is not what I want for myself. I don't want to buy a car or buy a car here. It is, I want the freedom of the country. So it's a much bigger purpose. When it becomes a bigger purpose, the emotion becomes bigger, the actions become bigger. So if you find the yellow, these two become bigger. So this is the first three conflicts. But why I call this conflict? Because the time is in the center. Okay, you can only fill one bucket at a time. You need to decide. If you want money, the taste is not there. If you want taste, then the purpose is not there. So at one time, you're filling only one bucket. You need to choose your time properly. Okay, choose your time on what you're going to fill. So yeah, this is the first step. After this is, there are 6 quotients. There's intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, spiritual quotient, physical quotient, creativity quotient, and adversity quotient. And we get into the 9, stuff. When you unfold further, you get into the 9 mental models, or you get into the 9, personality types. And after that, you get the one. Yes.
Rehana Raina, she's
Yeah.
saying, I've told her so many times how to join, but I think she's confused and she's asking you to help her
Okay, let me
since you
check.
told her to join.
Okay. Sir, I'm trying to say, how do you join? Because it's me, Raina, and you told me to join. But join in this chat.
I've told her how to join, but it seems she's not getting it.
Okay. Uh, yeah. So you already joined in chat. Don't worry. Yes. Okay. And the details of my number and all that is already there. So if you want to connect with me, you can connect with me there. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for other people there. So this is the system called 3691. You can mail me for more details. And yeah, we are open to questions now. I meant all questions which have been written.
No, he's saying the questions that are written on that thing in your hand.
Which questions?
The emotional quotient that you were about to read.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So this is basically, the red is intelligent quotient, and I go further, which is the blue, which is emotional quotient. Okay, and the yellow is spiritual quotient. Now the combination of this is basically creativity quotient, physical quotient, and adversity quotient. Obviously, this will go much further when we go into it. So I would the small orientation is what these three are. So the system is called 3691. So if anybody wants to know this, can connect with me on email, connect with me on WhatsApp, and I'll give you a little orientation, and I'll connect you to a free webinar, which will be 1.5 hour long. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, that will be better.
So there you can get it.
So y'all can email him or WhatsApp him. He'll send you the Zoom link, and you can join his free webinar.
And right now, you have any questions? We are open to it.
Arvindan, just answer Rehana, please. If I'm not lying on the stand, I can read the questions. Leggy login from Google, YouTube, or what? What is she saying? I can't even understand.
I can't understand what you're saying. Not okay. Can't understand. Never mind.
Is that your daughter?
Yeah, that's my daughter, and she's 8 years old.
Call her. Call her and speak to her. See what she has to say.
Put on your camera.
I told her that. She wanted to join. I sent the link. I said you click on the link. You select YouTube.
If I'm not lying, you got a wrong spelling mistake. Okay, there's some spelling mistake there. I can read the questions. Login from Google, YouTube, or what? Okay.
From YouTube.
From YouTube. Select YouTube. But you already joined.
Yeah. No, but maybe she wants to come on the camera. So you have to put on your camera and your mic on. You have to give it permission. I don't know if she's on the phone.
That's what she wants to do. Yeah, she wants to come on the camera. Correct. Never mind. That's okay. Don't worry. We are almost ending the session. So, yeah. So, Guinea, you can take over, and and we're open to questions.
All right. So, I thoroughly enjoyed this, and I'm still going to try and blow into this. I don't know how the hell to do this. The small thing.
Yes.
It's not. Why is it? I think the paper is too tough. Is it thick? Maybe that's why.
500 rupees.
Oh, wait. I want you to show us that presentation of all your other corporate projects. The ones you've done.
You want to see that? Okay.
Yeah, I want to see that. I love seeing that. Crocodile and I don't know what not you've made from one single piece of paper.
Not all of them were not my models. They were all masters. And
okay, but show us at least what can be done.
A lot of workshops. What can be done? Yes.
Okay, what can be done through origami?
Yes. And so, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Back. Yeah, from here.
Yeah. So these are some of the masters. This is Hojo Takashi's model.
Arvindan, make it full screen, no?
Yeah, I'm just doing that. Current slide. Okay, great. So this is done from one single piece of paper. This is Hojo Takashi model. You can see the date. It's from 2004. These are some of the top origami masters who are, make some super complex origami. And you can see the next one. This is Ronald Koh's model. He's a good friend of mine. And you can. This is a really large piece of paper. This is Brian Chan. He's an MIT scientist, and you can see this. It's almost to scale, and so these are like really good masters. This is Satoshi Kamaya's Ruijin, one of the most complex models. So all one single piece of paper, no cutting, no pasting. So it is just folding, and
this is my favorite.
Yeah, this is Eric
Just
Joseph.
Imagine.
It is so complex. It's crazily complex. Yes. So there is stuff on, and this is the science part of it. So there's satellite wing folding, robotics, and there is refuge tents and biomimicry happening, and we learn from nature and how it folds. And so you can see these structures are all made from, of course, different material, but the same principle of folding and unfolding. So we're still studying insects and how the insect's wing is so thin, but still it's able to propel the weight of the insect, right? So imagine if we could make such helicopters. So we could be masters in that particular thing. So
Right.
yeah, so I take it to philosophy, like you saw, and then a lot of people connected with me during, and I started making other complex models, and then I folded this for a commercial where I folded a towel into an old man, and these are some corporate orders, and so many other workshops with design students, corporates, and some. This was a 1,000 crane installation we did for Hiranandani. So lots of other folding stuff, and this is the model which you saw, right? So this is the whole thing
Mm.
about the 3691 principle. So if you guys are interested, you could always connect with me on that.
Yeah.
All
It's,
right.
I mean, especially since you are doing that pre-webinar. I mean, after
Yes.
that, somebody can believe. But tell me something after folding, when you say unfold and rewire,
Yes.
what do you mean by unfold?
Yes, unfold is this thing which is so we have a particular mental model, right? Now, for example, okay, I'll give you a small example of what happened now.
Do you also
So I
unfold the paper afterwards?
No, that's a metaphor. Yes, we obviously are unfolding ourselves. Now, for example, what happened is if you there was I'll tell you a little story on how what unfold is. Okay, so
Okay.
here is it's a story. So okay, so you follow me with the story. So here is paper was very precious. It came from China to Japan, and in Japan there's these this samurai scrolls. So they used to write these beautiful scrolls, and they were like very precious, right? So there was a samurai scroll, and he wanted his son to also become a samurai scroll, obviously, right? So, and this made with calligraphy. So, like I said, a blank piece of paper has no meaning, but once you write, it becomes a great scripture. It becomes a great, testament, right? So this samurai scroll was waiting for his son to grow up, and the son but just could not get that calligraphy right, and he dropped the ink and it became a mess. Okay, so he was not able to get right get written stuff. So a lot of things it happens that there are school dropouts or college dropouts. They just cannot learn the studies properly, but they're very good at skills. So what he did was he went to the beach and he was quite dejected that he couldn't do well, and he saw this boat. Okay, and he folded himself into a boat, and for the first time an origami boat happened, and then he came back and then he could float on water. So all the other samurai scrolls said, wow, this is good. So they put him in the zen pond and made him float. So at least he's some useful somewhere, right? So some skill happened, right? So and they started appreciating that's an art form, right? So in a place where there was no academics only, suddenly an art took over. So when other samurai scrolls also joined it, but this happened year after year. He's going in circles in that very small little pond. So that boat one day after 2 to 3 years came to me in my office. Okay, and the boat told, can you tell my father that I don't want to keep going around in circles and get stuck. I want to go to that river where all the boats compete. There's an origami boat race. I want to join that origami boat race. Okay, and not I will not scroll anyway. I'm a origami boat, but my father doesn't seem to understand this. Okay, so I told the boat, the father will never understand this. Okay, but you'll be the first boat in that circle and you've been appreciated. But you're stuck in this pond. So why don't you unfold yourself and you can become a paper plane and you don't need the water anymore. So that's what it is. That's what unfolding is.
Wow.
That's what the whole process of water. So imagine
Amazing.
now. So we had this plain paper, and I made that 20 rupee note. The 20 rupee note got torn, and then it became this tulip, right?
Really.
And you paid me 500 rupees. So after
Yeah.
this became 500 rupees, now it got stuck.
Yeah.
It got stuck at a value of 500 rupees. Now if it wants to get at a higher value, and it wants to become that dragon I showed you. That dragon, how much will you pay for the dragon? You
Oh,
pay some,
that's
yeah,
priceless.
that's priceless. You'll pay at least 5,000, 10,000 rupees in a glass case,
Yeah.
right?
I
Now, if
mean,
this wants to become from 500 to 10,000 rupees, it has to unfold itself first and not tear itself and become the dragon. So that's unfolding. So yeah,
God.
that's what it is.
But I mean, what size of a paper they must have taken to make that dragon and that man, woman, and
Yeah, that's a really
Jedi, and
huge, that's a very huge
huge.
size.
And all those pieces that you showed us put in the on the walls of the corporate buildings and offices.
Yeah.
Those were huge.
That's huge.
Huge.
Yes. Right. So
Yeah.
so those are you, and also imagine that these people have to do it again and again to master it. So it takes about a
Yes.
year to design the model, and then they master. It takes about 2 hours or 3 hours to fold the model, and then they're giving us the instructions. And now we are very easy to fold because we know the instructions. But the people who are doing original models, they have to design the model from scratch. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It must have taken years and years and
Years and years.
lots of paper.
Yes, and there are
What?
different kinds of modeling. There is crumpling, there is wet folding. There are different types of folding on the, and what type of paper you choose for which model. So there is a whole
That
art
is
form.
also important.
That's
Yes.
also
Yes. True. Right. Thank you so much, Arvind. It was a pleasure talking to you, meeting you, and doing origami with you all over
Thank
again.
you.
I hope a lot of people join and, at least, that unfolding and rewiring helps them
Yes, yes.
because,
Super.
so,
Great fun. No,
all
we had
right.
super fun.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody had fun.
Everybody had
It's
fun. Yes.
good to laugh.
Yes. And
Uh,
and get out of that fixed mindset and
Yeah,
start.
Precious Smile is asking how long did that dragon take to make? I think it must have.
Okay. It takes like to design a fresh model. I'm sure. I mean, he's a master and he's learned methods of making. But yeah, it takes about 6 months to design a model and stuff like that. So yeah. So and then and they keep making, just like how you make an architecture of a building, right? You make a plan, and now you're remaking this plan, and again you make a great building. But how does that? You have to conceive that building in the plan itself, right? So that's the crease pattern. So if I actually unfold this model, okay, so now I'm unfolding this model, which is this tulip which I have, right? So now I need to remember, I need to know what are these folds before the tulip happens, right? So I need to know these folds before it happens. So that's the plan of a building, and then the building gets formed. So how does an architect make the plan? So that's how you start designing. So now in this particular case, imagine the dragon was there. So I need to know, okay, the head of the dragon will be here, and the claws will be here, and there'll be so many claws, and this will be the massive tail and whatever, right? So, and there'll be so many scales in between. So therefore, I don't need such a small paper, I need such a big paper. So now you need to draw that. Yeah, correct. So you need, this is called a crease pattern. This is the crease pattern of this particular model. So you can, then you actually think of what crease pattern you'll have to make, how complex a crease pattern should be, or how simple it should be for your model. So, and it need not be that there are only, only complex models are great. So there's a competition on making as minimum fold as possible and still make sense. So yeah, so there's other way around also. So
Wow.
you can just have very, very little folds and still make sense. Yes, still make a model.
Yeah, like how we used to do that thing, something like
that,
that.
yeah, the fortune
Astrology,
teller.
fortune
Yeah.
teller,
Yeah, that's
and
what this is. This is the same thing.
and the boat.
In-
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
yeah,
but with
instead
four.
of four, yeah, this is three. Yeah.
This is three. Yeah, and the
So
boat and the aeroplane.
correct. Yes.
That's what we've done as a child.
Yeah. You remember this visiting card?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So my visiting card, which says unfold, is also that way. That's my card.
I love that visiting card.
Yeah. So yeah.
So creative, so beautiful.
So, yeah, that's what it is. With four though,
Right.
yes, Prashant. Yes, that's right. Yes. Oh, that means you have to do it so many times. Yes, you have to do it again and again. That's right. Yes.
Parth is saying, please find some time and do a palmistry session too. Even earlier, I think Ritu or somebody said that, right?
Sure. Let's have that. We'll have that too. So,
Yes, soon.
yes, soon.
All right.
All
Soon.
right. Thanks so much. So please connect with me, guys. You have my details there, or
Yes.
connect with me.
His number is there. His email is there. Please connect with him. Please do his workshop and enjoy it.
Yes.
You never know. You really don't know where it will take you.
Yes.
What you will unfold and what you will rewire, which will, probably take you somewhere.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ginny, for inviting
Thank you.
me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye. Wow, that was fun. And I'm sure all of you all enjoyed it. I know Parth enjoyed it, and Precious Smile and Khushbu enjoyed it. Even I Am Rich enjoyed it. I don't know. But yes, it was really fun. And we had a good laugh and we learned something. And it was really very, it was a very intelligent session, very healing session, also, I must say. So, yes, I'll speak to him about palmistry very soon. Meanwhile, you take care. And the one thing that some of you may or may not have seen is a live that I did today afternoon at 3 o'clock with Dr. Vilas Jagdale. The link has been posted on my Telegram group. You can message me. I'll post it. I don't think I've posted it on Twitter, but I will do it now. You were in a bad mood and you had an argument with your sister. Well, that's so nice. Glad your day ended well. Good. Very happy. Great. So please see that live session that I did. I will post the link. I've actually posted the link here as well in the beginning. My son's reaction after watching that live, well, he did not see the live, but after the live, he asked me, so what? And more than my son's reaction, I became very anxious and I had actually panicked and I'm like, I want to run away from this country, this. So, and after that, I really needed this session with Arvindan because he really lightened up our mood and we laughed and so really needed this. So it was fun. Anyway, so we'll talk about me some other time, maybe next week or something. We'll just have a session where we'll only talk and you can ask me all your questions you want about me. Okay? See you. Good night. Take care. Bye.